Man, I want to make a YouTube video, but I haven't got any ideas. This sucks. Why not make another Satisfactory video? I mean, I thought about it. I have an idea. Why don't you get that fucking cock out of your pants so you can start with a thumbnail? Now that I've finished phase 2, the game can finally start for real. So today's video is going to be a bit different from previous ones, as I won't be directly progressing milestones today.
What are you trying to tell me right now?
More so, I'll be laying some vital groundwork to conclude phase 2, which will make the transition to phase 3 much smoother. This will pretty much include the entire mam tree. Fun fact you may or may not have noticed, I don't have blade runners. The only research I have done up to this point was to unlock overclocking, so I got a bit of work ahead of me. Also, ending phase 2 without blade runners is insane work. Since I mentioned blade runners, let's start with quartz production. Though I'll have to set up a proper gas station first, then quartz.
Alright, so I want some, I'm gonna make the Flying J. Alright, there we go. That is the fuel station. Tractor comes in here, unloads all the coal, and it gets distributed amongst these three here. The Costco gas station, it works. Now that I got all that settled out, let's start working on some quartz. I kind of thought that would be the closest quartz, which is not bad. Right there. Yes, sir. That is the last chunk of road, so now I have pathing and wiring on all of this highway going along here. Will I ever decorate this road? Honestly, I think I actually have to. I'll slap that down there and there. Extraordinary. So that is concrete pillars, beams, inverted ramps, metal barriers, and dotted lines. Yes, sir. Oh, baby, I'm beginning to believe. I was walking down a long, lonesome road. You know, I might actually just be a genius. My intellect frightens me.
Sometimes my genius is... it's almost frightening.
How much production am I getting out of this? Ah, not a lot, as it turns out. So if I overclock those SIGs to, say, 240 each, I can get 480 out of this. So I'll be building with 480 in mind. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh! I don't think I thought this through very well. What about the deaky fuck you ladder to oblivion? Not like, what's wrong, baby? You haven't climbed this ladder. There we go. Set that to quartz pickup, North Desert. You know, it's a little jank, but we work with what we got. One of those things you kind of just set and forget, don't really think about it too much. This will be the Alternative Productions entrance, and this will be quartz. Let's go quartz, North Desert, and then fuel. Yeah, then go to fuel station B. Yeah, baby. Quartz. Oh, what? Nope. I see an issue here. That's funny. Alright, let's try that again. Yeah, I'm gonna change this so... this is actually coming in. I want this to come back this way. Unload. Yes, sir. Get all that quartz in here. Oh, baby. So I should go to the gas station next. Okay, yes, yes. Very good. Should be able to figure out the rest by itself. Be free. I'm free. I guess I actually need to research quartz first. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, I want this next, so let's get some silica down. And there we go. That's just quartz. That's silica right there. Yes, sir. I want quartz crystals, so pretty much everything else is just gonna go towards quartz crystal production.
Tight, yeah!
240 divided by 375. 6.4 of these things. There we go, that's quartz crystals. Oh my god. It's beautiful. It's aggressively rubbing hands together. Alright, and that is, that's quartz production. We got silica line, and we got quartz crystal line, and we got a hard drive. Alright, you know what? That's an easy one. That's cast screw right there. That's cast screw. Blade runners! Yeah, baby! Oh my god. Oh my god. Where have you been all my life? I need 10. Okay, that's not bad. I'll manually craft those. Because I don't have the manufacturer yet. Oh my god, I'm oscillating so hard right now. And that is the Explorer. How I got this far in the game without Blade Runners is a feat beyond me. Oh, too far. Oh my god. Are you trying to tell me? It's beautiful. Oh, how I miss this thing. Oh, this thing fucks. Explorer fucks.
Moving forwards to Caterium, I make a variety of modular road segments in the Blueprintinator that will in time pave my way to success.
That's advanced. That is some advanced stuff right there. It's here. Where's our nearest node? I think it's on top of that cliff over there, if I had to guess. In here. Yeah, that's correct.
But first, I gotta lay down the groundwork. I got a long road ahead of me.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, actually, it does look kind of good from a distance.
I proceeded to throw it down, the Mark II miner that is, got a truck station down for my Caterium, and routed it to my alt productions.
Oh my god, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that right now. I can feel it, trust me, I know.
With my Caterium where I need it, I smelted it, delted it, and assembled it into AI limiters for future use.
That is basic deuterium production, as well as AI limiters.
I got copper from that direction if you're curious. Moving on. And that pretty much puts the Caterium tree to where I want it for now.
That is it for the deuterium block. Sulfur time now.
Alright, sulfur. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. So when I first wrote the scope for this video, I was planning on making a basic black powder line for sulfur. But no! Because you see, moving forward into oil gas production, I was thinking I would like to make a turbo fuel plant. But for turbo fuel production, you need a special little ingredient called compact coal, which requires both coal and sulfur. And looking at my notes here for my turbo fuel plant, I will need approximately 1500 compact coal. This video is going to be a bit longer than expected. Alright, let's get to work.
Comes down here. And there's my sulfur node. Bada bim, bada boom. There we go. And that is the polo junction for sulfur. Easy speasy. I have successfully consumed the desert. Okay, gamers, I have discovered how much coal I need. I'm going to need about 1500 compact coal per minute. Given that the oil nodes that I want are going to be over here, I've decided I think I want, instead of having my sulfur drop off on this side, I might actually put it closer this way. And that way, once I finally switch over to turbo fuel, all I have to do is reroute the compact coal that I'm already producing to the northern coast. Do that. Let's do that. 1500 compact coal.
Alright, compact coal. This will actually mark my first proper factory in this world. This is a time for celebration, and like all factories, we start with the platform.
There we go. That will be the sulfur drop-off. Alright, so here is the input-output to the compact coal factory. So 2 of these are going to be for coal intake, 2 of these are going to be for sulfur intake, and 2 of these are going to be for compact coal export. At Mark 3s, the highest amount I can really produce right now is 1080. So once I get everything rated to Mark 4s, I can get up to 1920, which I only plan to make up to 1500. I'm going to design this thing with the idea in mind that it will be upgraded later down the line. Alright, yes sir. That's the intake. That's the compact coal depot. So we got our coal drop off for both of these ones here. This one's the sulfur drop off. And this one here is the compact coal. This one's actually going to pick up, not drop off. Maybe I'll actually set it up so this one kind of has its own access to the road over here. I can actually do that. Yeah, come in here. Much got all these depots. All of these ones are going to have elevators and stuff like that going up in there. The second floor, which is where all the magic is going to happen. And yeah, that's where I'm at for now. Let's take it upstairs.
So as mentioned, this factory will be able to produce up to 1,920 compact coal per minute, though that number won't be achievable until I unlock Mark IV conveyors, so that'll come out to about 77 assemblers. Now that is a job for the blueprintinator.
That should be enough assemblers. $77 times 15 is enough to basically fuck my power grid on itself. That should be enough. That should be enough compact coal. Alright, so if I just go like this and set it up to fire, oh, I might be the smartest man alive. Nice and clean. And look at all those. It's all nice and easily accessible and stuff. Let's get this building built. Let's make it a built, not a build. So I might have done just a little bit of work here. I kind of had the tendency to just... Something you'll notice is I have a tendency to just kind of build and not stop building. So yeah, this is basically the compact coal factory. Let's hop down there and just give you the old tour. So pretty much the way it works is go inside these things, drop off the stuff, and then here's the main road. This is the main exit of the so everything just exit out of here. Then enters back on the road. And then additionally, I also got myself a garage here where I park my stuff. So I did a lot of wiring. I have proper networks for lighting and shit, so I can actually see at nighttime. Turn that back on night mode. I got the main power switch. All power that goes through here, including this. The lighting network is immediately into this, so I flip this thing off. This entire building is out of power. Moving up over here, there's the main assembly floor. So yeah, here's all the input system. I still have yet to make the actual input system. Come up here one more floor, and then you got a assembler. This is my two-dimensional assembler array, and I have it set up so all the wiring is kind of set on a block by block system. It's gonna make it nice because I don't intend to power this thing. I don't intend to power this entire thing straight from the get-go. I think from the beginning I'm probably gonna power 2 of these blocks. But yeah, no, I got 7 blocks total of 11 assemblers. I'm gonna just go ahead and get all this hooked in. But that is pretty much all of the conveyor belts, at least for the input, that is. So we have it set up as these ones are coal line, sulfur line. Those are all the drop-off outputs. And this is how I kind of just have it organized back here. Lay your eyes upon this beautiful built gourmet. I know. I'm a pro. I play Elden Ring. Right up through here. These ones are all connected into these sections here. And then they got these ones connected to these ones. And bada bing, bada boom. That is 4 inputs right there. So like I said, I'm only going to be powering 2 of them from the start. Yeah, let's get some tractors up this way.
Remember when I said that the hours I spend are only going to go up from here? That number is only going to get bigger from here on out. Well, this took a couple hours to build. Just a couple. Moving on. Because my steel production is on standby, I rerouted the tractor to take coal to the new factory instead, and set my sulfur tractor to do the same. And with that, there's only one thing left to do.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Moment of truth. Yep, and there she goes. Now that's fancy. I'm sitting here rubbing my hands together. Yeah, that's compact coal. That is very nice. Oh my god, that thing's cruising. That is cruising. Yes, sir. This Sir Big Dick.
Now that compact coal is automated, I make the obvious next step, which is to convert the tractors on my road network from coal to compact coal. Is what I would like to say, but I long for the road. So to the disregard of my brand new, advanced, high caliber fuel source, I just decided I want to make roads. So I made a bunch of modular blueprints and got to work.
Well, let's start some highways. Let's get some highways going.
Putting my new blueprints to work, I attempted to make a roundabout, and by some miracle, it actually worked.
And with that, that perfectly matches up. Yeah, look at that. Look at that perfect roundabout. Aw. So now what I can do is I can just replace these sections with T sections. Look, isn't that beautiful? And with the T section there, I can basically make overhead highways going this way.
Oh my god! Wow!
How's that look? Marvelous. Then I'll do an incline.
Yes! 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 No! 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 Fuck! Shit!
I'm something of a genius myself. I should mention this road here is for my personal use only, so I can actually get access to my hub. For actual automated tractors going in and out, I want actual proper merge lanes and shit. But for this is good for my personal use though. This is so nice. I might have to move some stuff around here then. Oh boy, I give you the new and improved hub. So I got it all actually connected into the high roads and the bottom roads. A proper parking lot here. The actual nothing here has actually changed, but I got a proper spot for the sink, blueprints, and I even got myself a nice lookout over here. Yep, that's pretty tits. That's pretty tits. Alright, moving on. Yeah, this shit's, it's giving good aura.
With my new power hand being modular roads and a half bottle of whiskey, my new objective couldn't be any more clear. But brace yourselves, as I'm about to look like Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Alright, so I have a plan. So here's what my city looks like at the moment here. These are my highways. Alright, so this here is the main roundabout, right? And then we got single lane highways going like this. This is the overhead layer. We got our multi-lane highway going like this, right? Right. So this line is going to go pretty much, main highway will stretch from one side of the desert to the other side of the desert there. Then these more roundabouts like there and there. These are going to be my roundabouts, right? More single lane highways kind of going like this. It'll be kind of like that. It'll be kind of that shape. Except the space between these roundabouts is going to be the same. Maybe, yeah. And that'll be pretty much the city structure. These will be high lines. These will be highways that'll be elevated above the underlayer, and the underlayer will basically be like this spider web of roads that interconnect pretty much every section of the desert.
Alright, you got all that? Great! Let's do it.
What you are now looking at is the overall structure of the city. And that number is only going to get bigger from here on out.
Well, that's certainly coming together. God damn. Alright, alright. I'll stop stroking my balls. Let's finish up the compact coal factory already.
Yeah, and that is, that's basically the coal mill. Actually looks pretty cool. I'm happy with how that sign turned out. The old compact coal mill. CCM.
Well, with that, I believe that is a wrap. Wait, I'm getting a phone call here. What was that? Feel you say? Complete idiot. Right. Absolute moron. Understood, sir. Okay. I still have to swap my coal fuel to compact.
Yep, all of this. Get rid of it.
And now that's a wrap.